So oral history plays a big part in the tradition of First Nations people here, doesn't it?
Yes, I do, very much so. And that book takes us all through from Sylvester walking to meet Cormac, and then across the Pachincha and up the coast to Newman Sound. And along the way, we try to put in some environmental issues that he would come across to at the same time. During the time 200 years ago, a lot of the islands out where birds would lay eggs, they were all taken and destroyed. They were picked off, and boatloads of eggs were brought back to St. John's and sold.
Oh, the devastation, the environmental devastation to our bird life.
Yeah, and on the land, of course, Cormac always wrote in his journal, and Sylvester would always put symbols on his stick, on a walking stick. And so when Cormac wrote in his journal, Sylvester wrote on his stick, which was our writing tablet at the time, was his stick. And if you wanted to have a short journey, you had a small stick that you would put your symbols on. But this was 30 days or 33-day journey, so the stick was quite long. So every day, when Cormac wrote, Sylvester wrote, but in a different way. And along the way, I talked about the traditional medicines Sylvester did, but Cormac didn't. He, absolutely refused to look at Sylvester's knowledge as anything other than garbage.
Really? So all the knowledge of plant medicine and all thrown aside.
He had a doctor with him in that time.
And he didn't know.
No.
So Sheila, what were some of the challenges that you had of kind of condensing all these wonderful stories, the storytelling tradition, the oral tradition handed down? How did you all get it into one book?
Well, I guess that part was it wasn't that much of a challenge. I mean, I'm Mi'kmaq as well, with Halibu Mi'kmaq First Nation. I think I'm a storyteller. People tell me I am, or that I talk too much, whatever. So we had the outline, and we started just kind of as filling in chapters, not in order, but as they came together and as the thoughts came together. Working so far apart geographically was difficult, because we did rely on Zoom and such quite a bit. And I'm going to share your big secret that
I love your two relationship, I just have to say, too. You've got such a great comedy kind of duo team going. I love the energy with you guys.
Thank you. So Chief is a huge Coronation Street fan, and it's the unwritten rule, do not call for that half hour in the evening when he's watching Coronation Street. And of course, as we pivoted to COVID, I was working from home, and I train online. So I'm in front of a video screen all day, and Chief is working all day, and then there's the half hour of Coronation Street. So about 8:15 in the evening, we'd get together and on Zoom and try to work some things out. And there was one particular time, the editors at Breakwater, the editor had some questions about some things. So okay, I've got it in front of me, and Chief is on the screen. I said, well, Chief, the editor says this paragraph can be interpreted as either A or B. Which is it? Now, I knew which one it was, but this is a collaboration. He's the chief. I'm not going to arbitrarily make his decisions. And he says, well, Sheila, when our people, and he started. And he's going on and going on and going on, and then he's speaking Mi'kmaq. And I'm thinking, like, honest to God, in my head, I'm thinking, man, people would pay thousands of dollars to be having this experience, sitting with the chief, he's speaking Mi'kmaq, and then I got called out. Apparently what my thought bubble was and what my face was saying was entirely different. And the message, I guess, after all day being on screen, it's 8:15, 20 after 8, 8:30, waiting for him to say A or B. He just kind of stopped and said, okay, I think I'm reading your face, I'll stop.
That's what you were talking about before we started rolling, when you said sometimes the stories can get in the way of the answers. I get it now. Yeah.